Most people try to improve their English in the morning. Some try during the day, but almost nobody uses the most powerful learning time their brain gives them: nighttime. And that is exactly why so many learners feel stuck. Because what you do in the last 15 minutes before sleep directly affects how your brain stores information. And if you use this time correctly, your English can improve without extra pressure, without long study hours, and without feeling overwhelmed. Today, I'm going to teach you a very simple night habit that fluent English speakers use naturally. And if you follow this habit daily, your speaking confidence, vocabulary memory, and listening ability will slowly become stronger, almost automatically. And trust me, this habit is extremely simple. No heavy grammar, no complicated lessons, just a small routine that trains your brain while you sleep. So if you've ever felt like you study English, but forget words, freeze while speaking, or struggle to form sentences quickly, this lesson can change the way you learn forever. So stay with me. And by the end of this video, you will have a complete 15-minute night routine that you can start tonight. Now let me ask you something honestly. What do you usually do before sleeping? Most people scroll social media, watch random videos, or just lie down thinking about their day. And there is nothing wrong with that. But your brain at night is extremely active in organizing memories. Scientists call this memory consolidation, which means your brain stores and strengthens information while you sleep. So if you feed your brain English right before sleep, your mind continues processing it overnight. And that is why night learning feels slower, but works deeper. Now, let's begin building your night English habit step by step. The first step is called reflection speaking, and this is one of the most powerful fluency builders. Before sleeping, sit somewhere comfortable and talk about your day in English. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need big vocabulary. You just need honesty and consistency. For example, you can say things like, "Today was a busy day. I woke up late in the morning. I had breakfast with my family. I worked or studied for several hours. I felt tired in the afternoon. Something interesting happened today. I learned something new. I talked with someone important. I faced a small problem. I solved it successfully." Now you might be thinking, "Elena, what if I don't know many words?" That is completely normal, and that is actually the point. When you try to explain your day using simple English, your brain learns how to build sentences naturally, and over time, your speaking speed increases without memorizing rules. You can even speak slowly. Fluency does not mean fast speaking. Fluency means comfortable speaking. Spend about 5 minutes doing this daily. Just 5 minutes talking about your day in English builds stronger speaking confidence than memorizing vocabulary lists. Now let's move to the second step: listening relaxation. After reflection, speaking, play a slow English audio. This can be a podcast, conversation practice, or story. The goal is not to study grammar. The goal is to relax your brain while listening to natural English sounds. Night listening improves pronunciation understanding because your brain is calm, and calm brains absorb sound patterns better. While listening, don't translate every word. Just focus on understanding the overall meaning. Let English feel natural, like background music for your brain. Even if you understand only 60%, that is perfectly fine. Listening comfort is more important than full understanding at night. Spend around 5 minutes listening to calm English content. Keep the volume soft, and let your brain absorb pronunciation rhythm and sentence flow. Now comes the third step: vocabulary memory trigger. This step is extremely small, but extremely powerful. Take a notebook or phone notes and write 3 new English sentences you learned today. Not difficult sentences. Real sentences you can actually use in daily life. For example, "I'm working on it. I'll call you later." That makes sense. After writing them, read them aloud 2 times. Speaking helps memory stick deeper than silent reading. But here is the secret part most learners don't know. Before sleeping, imagine using those sentences in real situations. Maybe talking with a friend, talking at work, or talking on phone. When you imagine real conversation, your brain connects English with real life, and that builds natural fluency. This whole routine takes only 15 minutes. But it trains 3 major fluency skills: speaking confidence, listening comfort, vocabulary memory. And when these 3 skills grow together, fluency becomes natural, not forced. Now you might be wondering, does this really work if done daily? The answer is yes, but only if you stay consistent. Small daily habits always beat long random study sessions. Language learning is not about intensity, it is about repetition. And the best part of this night habit is there is no pressure. You don't need to sit like a student. You just need to relax and let English become part of your daily thinking. But there is one mistake many learners make during night learning, and this mistake actually slows progress instead of improving it. Most learners try to memorize too much before sleep. They open grammar books, or try to learn 20 new words, or force themselves to understand difficult lessons. That creates stress, and stressed brains forget faster. Night learning should feel calm, simple, and enjoyable. And that is where this habit becomes powerful enough to transform your fluency journey. Because now that you already know the basic 15-minute night routine, we're going to upgrade it slightly. Not longer, not harder, just smarter. This is the step that slowly trains your brain to think in English automatically instead of translating from your native language. And this is where most learners start noticing real change. So let's continue from where we left off. You already finished your reflection speaking, you listened to calm English audio, and you reviewed 3 useful daily sentences. Now comes the 4th step of this night habit, and this step is called silent mind replay. After turning off your audio and before closing your eyes, simply lie down comfortably and replay your day again, but this time inside your mind, in English. You don't need to speak loudly now, just think. For example, you might think, tomorrow I need to wake up early. I have an important task to finish. I should drink more water. I want to improve my English speaking. I feel proud because I practiced today. At first, your brain might feel slow. You might get stuck searching for words. That is completely normal. Do not panic. And do not switch back to your native language immediately. Give your brain a few seconds. Even broken English thinking is powerful training, because thinking is the bridge between learning English and living English. Fluent speakers don't translate in their heads, they simply think directly. And this silent mind replay slowly builds that ability. Spend about 2 to 3 minutes doing this. Just simple thoughts, simple planning, simple reflection, all in English. Now here comes something very important. While doing this step, do not try to be perfect. Perfection blocks fluency. Communication builds fluency. Even if your sentence sounds like, tomorrow I wake early and finish work, that is completely okay. Over time, your brain will automatically correct structure naturally. Now, let's move to the 5th step. And this is the step that makes your progress visible and motivating. This step is called tiny progress tracking. Most learners quit English learning because they feel they are not improving. But the truth is, improvement is happening. They just cannot see it. So every night, after finishing your routine, write one small line in your notebook or phone notes. Just one line answering this question: what did I improve today in English? Your answer could be something simple like, today I spoke English without stopping for 1 minute. Today I understood new words while listening. Today I remembered 3 new sentences. Today I felt less nervous speaking English. These tiny progress notes create powerful motivation. When you read them after 1 week, you will realize you are improving slowly but strongly. Language learning is like growing a plant. You don't see growth daily, but after weeks, the difference becomes beautiful and clear. Now let me tell you how this full night habit should feel emotionally. It should feel relaxing, personal, and pressure-free. This is not school homework. This is communication training for your real life. So keep the atmosphere comfortable. Sit on your bed, turn on soft lighting, maybe keep a cup of water or tea nearby. and let English become part of your night routine naturally. When learning feels calm, memory becomes stronger. And now let me share something honest with you. You don't need 5 hours daily to become fluent. You need consistency. Even 15 minutes daily done correctly can change your fluency within months. Most successful English learners are not the smartest learners. They are the most consistent learners. And this night habit works because it combines 3 psychological advantages. First, repetition. You practice daily without stress. Second, emotional comfort. Your brain learns better when relaxed. Third, sleep memory strengthening. Your brain processes English overnight. This combination makes learning deeper and longer lasting. Now you might ask, Elena, how long should I follow this habit before expecting results? You may notice confidence improvement within 2 weeks. Vocabulary memory usually improves within 3 to 4 weeks, and thinking in English slowly begins within 1 to 2 months, depending on consistency. But here is the most important rule. Never skip 2 days in a row. Missing 1 day is normal. Missing 2 days starts breaking the habit cycle. So if you ever feel lazy, just do a shorter version. Even 5 minutes is better than 0 minutes. Remember, fluency is not built through motivation. Fluency is built through routine. And before we finish, let me give you one bonus tip that makes this habit even stronger. Sometimes, record your reflections speaking using your phone. Do this once or twice a week. Later, listen to your own recording after a few weeks. You will hear your improvement clearly. And this creates unbelievable confidence. Most learners never listen to themselves, and because of that, they never realize how much they are improving. Now let's quickly recap your full 15-minute night English habit so you can start using it tonight. First, reflection speaking. Talk about your day in English for 5 minutes. Second, listening relaxation. Listen to calm English audio for 5 minutes. Third, vocabulary memory trigger. Write and speak 3 daily life sentences. Fourth, silent mind replay. Think about your day and tomorrow in English. Fifth, tiny progress tracking. Write 1 small improvement line. That's it. Simple, short, powerful, and life-changing if done daily. If you follow this habit regularly, English will slowly move from being a subject you study to a language you naturally use, and that is the real goal of fluency. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this routine feels helpful, start tonight, not tomorrow, because small actions taken today create big results in the future. Keep practicing. Keep believing in your progress. And I will see you in the next lesson on Everyday English Every Time. In the next part of this video, I'm going to show you how to make this night habit even stronger using one secret technique that fluent speakers use. And I'll also show you how to track your progress so you can actually see your improvement week by week. Because when you see progress, motivation becomes automatic. And trust me, the next step is where most learners finally start thinking in English naturally, without translating.